videsiyade sadhan des videsiyade sadhan des videsiyade sadhan des videsiyade sanehde de di sanehde de di ਸਾਰ ਸੰਭਾਲੇ ਤਿਨ ਸਜਣਾ ਸਾਰ ਸੰਭਾਲੇ ਤਿਨ ਸਜਣਾ ਮੰਦ ਨੈਣ ਪਰਦੀ ਸਾਧਨ ਦੇਸ ਵਿਦੇਸੀਅੜ ਸਾਧਨ ਦੇਸ ਵਿਦੇਸੀਅੜ ਸਾਧਨ ਦੇਸ ਵਿਦੇਸੀਅੜ ਸਾਧਨ ਦੇਸ ਵਿਦੇਸੀਅੜ
Waheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji ki Fateh. What a beautiful Shabad we were listening to, oh my friends. We have all traveled from so far. We have traveled from so far, and this is the message of love we have. Because in the second line, Guruji says, Sar samale tin sajana mund nain parendi. We cherish and we remember that friend Waheguru Ji, because the eyes of his soul bride are filled with tears. Now, I do not know why the Ragiji at Harmandir Sahib live, we were listening to that Shabad, was singing this Shabad, because Sajan Des Videsi Are Shahnere Dendi. It is a beautiful, heart-touching Shabad. But if you look at the second line in English, do you see the word soul bride, everyone?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So you will be very happy or very, I don't know. I don't know what your thoughts are going to be, but somehow the Shabad that we were going to discuss today about the saints are all going to bring us back to this topic of soul bride, of how to become a good bride and how to be not the bad bride. So the main line of the Shabad today is Santa Sangat Mil Rahe, Jap Raam Naam Sukh Paye. Everybody, let's sing this beautiful second half. And then we'll talk about the soul brides, the good kind and the bad kind. It is so funny that the Shabad that the Harmandir Sahib Ragijis was singing was exactly in line with what Guruji wants us to learn today. So let's sing Jap Ram Naam Sukh Paye, Jap Ram Naam Sukh Paye, Ram Naam Sukh Paye, Jap Ram Naam Sukh Paye. समता संगत मिल रहे, समता संगत मिल रहे, समता संगत मिल रहे, समता संगत मिल रहे, जप राम नाम सुख पाए, 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 पाई रे एक मन नाम ध्याए, जप लो एक मन नाम ध्याए. Did we do this Shabad before? Is this something new for all of us?
We did it the other day.
Oh, we did it the other day. Which day did we do this Shabad?
On the fifth day.
Oh, so we have done this Shabad. That's why I thought this Shabad looked very, 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 very familiar. But somehow Guruji said, no, Palji, this is something different. It is similar to the previous Shabad, but it is going to have a totally different storyline. Because when I looked at it today also, I was like, we have done this, isn't it? And it was the same thoughts. But thank you, Ji, for bringing coming up, because now you're going to realize that Guruji has so many teachings for us that there will be words that will be similar, because we are all discussing about the saints and we talk about Santa, and today is Sangat of the Saints, coming to the society of saints. We have heard a lot about, Sata Sangat, but here is Santa Sangat. So in the previous Shabads also, you may have heard something similar, and it is beautiful that you remember it. But let me remind you today that Guruji will have a new message, although the main focus will still be Ikkamana Naam Te Aaye, with your one focused, one pointed mind. Always chant the name of the Lord. Why? Because when we come to the congregation and remain united with the society of saints, and we do something called japa. So in the previous Shabbat, it was very similar, but it didn't actually talk about this keyword called japa. So everyone say japa.
Japa.
I'm not going to lie to you. This is the only one instruction we have in the Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Can you see the very first part of Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji starts with the Mangala Charan. Ek oankar Satnam Karta Purkh Nirpau Nirvair Akal Murt Juni Saibhang Gur Prasad, and the next word is Japa. And do you see the word Japa is standing as a singular word? And a lot of holy people, the saints, used to teach us, Palji, this is the only one command, the one instruction. In Punjabi, it's called the hukam, that Guruji, that God has given us. The only command in our life that's going to make our lives better, it's called japa. Everyone say, wow, japa.
Wow.
And what do we japa? Ad sach, jugad sach, hai bhi sach, nanak hosi bhi sach. And then the rest of the, the rest of Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji starts as Soch Nau Vijay Sochi Lakwar, which we call the Japji Sahib. But the Japji Sahib, actually, it's the japa. Can you see that it's not written as Japji Sahib? Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Yeah, so japa, you can call it the Bani Japji Sahib, but actually japa is the only one command we have in the entire Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Now, if somebody comes to this word japa and then he understands that's what Guruji wants me to do, japa. That's it. That person will achieve that liberation, the emancipation, the enlightenment, the self-actualization, the salvation, the oneness, the nirvana, the jivan mukti, everything that we are here to learn in the next 52 days. Because look at today's Shabad. It also says japa. Can you see that?
Yes.
Yeah, so Santa Sangat Mil Rahe. Where will I get this opportunity to japa? Is when I come to the congregation of not just the holy people, but the saintly people, the society of saints. Then they will remind me all the time, Palji, japa, japa, because that's all saints do. 24 hours a day they are japa. And here it is Ram Naam. When you japa the Ram Naam, what's going to happen? Sukh pai.
Sukh
Have happiness, say me again.
Me.
Yes, do you start to see a pattern now? This Sukh Pai is going to be coming up again and again. And today's Shabad is from Sri Guru Amar Das Ji. That's why we see a number 3 in the Rag Sri Rag. And we are beautifully, yesterday's Shabad was also Sri Rag, but it was also by the third Guru Sri Guru Amar Das Ji. And yesterday, I think Sri Guru Amar Das Ji heard your question about that Simran and Naam Simran. Do you remember that question somebody asked yesterday?
Yes.
And that's why Guruji says, let me tell you another Shabad about Santa, Sangat, but I will focus on Japa, and I'll tell you the difference between people who do the Japa and the people who don't do the Japa. Would you all like to know the difference? Say yes.
Yes.
Yes, because I'll tell you something. How many of us want to, we feel that we are putting in a lot of effort, but not getting the results in our life that we want? How many of us feel that?
Yes.
Me.
We all
Do.
do.
Me. Thank you. Yes. And how many of us would like to have a deeper connection with something that's greater than ourselves? I know I keep asking this
Me.
question every day, but this is the most important question because it's going to guide us towards a more fulfilling, deeper, meaningful connection. And if we can understand that, then we will avoid the frustrations of life, that wasted effort in other, pursuits of life that we do, that we were discussing in the last half an hour on the other channel. Most of you were there, isn't it? In fact,
Yes.
all of us were there. So you
All
heard
over.
all the complaints, what's happening, what he said he saw in this community. And I'll tell you, today's Shabad is going to give us all the answers. So let's read the first line. It says Manamukha. Can you see it's starting with a very direct word? Palji,
Yes.
you don't jump, you are a Manmukh. Say, oh my
Manmukha.
God.
Oh my God.
Hanji, and what do manmukhs do? Manmukh karma kamavane.
Ramane.
Dohagana tanna sigar. So I promised you, I do not know why the Ragijis at Harmandir were singing about soul brides, but the first word we're going to learn is dohagan, which is the opposite of a beautiful soul bride. It's in fact the unwanted soul bride. Say, I don't want to be a dohagan.
I
I
don't
don't
want to
get
be a
on
Duhagan.
Hanji. So someone please read
Duhagan.
the English and let's take turns to read the English, please.
The self-willed Manmukh performs religious rituals like the unwanted bride decorating her body. Whoa.
Okay, so this is easy to understand, isn't it? that
Yes.
that that the way you make up, the way you put on all that beautiful, lipsticks and face powders, and I don't know what else it's all called, the eyeliners and everything, and you are decorating yourself. But just imagine, on a humanly level, the husband doesn't want to be with the wife, and Guruji says in the same way you may decorate yourself. All those decorations are all the religious rituals that you do. However, maybe the beloved husband, Lord God, is not very pleased with us yet. And because we are still manmukhs, we are still self-willed, we are listening to our mind rather than listen to the teachings of the Guruji. Say, now I got it.
Now I got it.
Yes, so before we move on, let's just understand one thing. In the Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji, whether I'm a guy and you are a lady, it doesn't matter. Our souls are all considered as the brides. The female, the male is the Waheguru Ji, the soul, the male husband. Are you with me there? Hanji?
Yes.
Yes.
Hanji.
So you're Hanji. So the whole Shabad that we're going to discuss is going to be based around the idea of we, the female soul brides, trying to love or get the love of our husband, God, Vaiguruji. Because the next line says, "Se jai kamtana avai nit nit hoye khwar." Someone read the English, please.
her husband Waheguru does not come to her bed. Day after day, she grows more and more miserable.
Hanji, so do you see the word her husband, Vaiguruji, now confirms what I was sharing with you, that I am also considered a female soul bride, even though I may be a male in this body, but my soul is the female, and God will never come to me, will never give me the love, and I will feel every day more and more miserable because simple reason, I'm still a self-willed manmukh. Say, I don't want to be a manmukh anymore.
I don't want to be a Manmukh anymore.
Because the third line of the first paragraph says, Pirka mehel na pavai na dise karabar. English, please.
She does not attain the mention of his presence. She does not find the door to his house.
So, do we want to find the door to the house of Vaiguruji? Say yes.
Yes, we want
And
to.
does not attain the mention means we will not get a place in the house of Vaiguruji. Now, I know we talk about Jivan Mukti, which means while we are alive, we want to have a true connection with a sincere heart and achieve salvation. But Guruji says if you perform rituals mindlessly, it's like putting on makeup without anyone to appreciate it. Is that a good analogy?
No.
No, that's a good analogy, isn't it?
A good,
That we are putting
yeah,
on
yeah,
makeup,
yeah,
but
yeah.
nobody likes that makeup we put up. Is that a good
Yeah,
idea
yeah,
or
nobody
that
likes. Yeah, yeah,
nobody
yeah. Sorry.
likes it? So I'm trying to say that, performing rituals, that's where Guruji said in the first line, Palji, you may do a lot of all these religious rituals, but if you do not do them with true love, sincerity, connection to Vaiguruji, then it's like putting up all the decorations, the makeup on your body, but it ain't going to be pleasing to Vaiguruji. Vaiguruji does not and will not come to your bed, and day and night you will just grow more miserable, because at the end of the day you will never have a place in the house of God. You will not even be able to find the door back home to God. Say, oh my God.
Oh
Oh my.
my God.
So today's Shabad actually starts on a very wake up call that, hello, what are you doing with your life, Palji? Maybe it's time to seek guidance. Maybe it's time to turn back to my Guruji. Maybe it's time to understand the purpose why we do even the spiritual practices we do. Are you with me there?
Yes, yeah.
And that's how we will ensure that we'll come back to the right path. So Guruji tells us all these things just to help us to come back on the right path. Everyone say thank you, my Guruji. Thank you, Ji.
Thank you,
Thank
Guruji.
you, my Guruji.
Yes,
Thank you.
because it sounds very harsh. Thank you. Carry on. Don't stop saying it, even if I overlap something. Because the point is, we only have 30 minutes, 35 minutes. And I thank you, Sarah G. And those of you who are on Facebook, there are about 250,000 of you who reach or who get these recordings. And those of you on YouTube and other social media, if you can't unmute like the good Sangat in Zoom, no worries. WhatsApp us. We'll send you the Zoom links, or just comment in the comment boxes and we can read it. And I just see what Sarah G wrote. Sarah says, for many years, I followed religious practices meticulously, but felt a hollowness inside. Now, how many of us can relate to what she just said?
Yeah, we can, because we also came in the same boat. Yeah,
We
with
are
that
all in the same boat.
boat.
Hanji,
Yeah.
thank you for sharing that. And that's why she says again in the next paragraph, after learning about the Manmukh, I realized I was focusing on the external and I was not doing those religious practices with a connection within. Say, wow.
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 And now I'm seeking guidance from my spiritual masters and coming to these lessons with the universityofsikhism.com, and I feel a sense of purpose. And now my spiritual practices also have greater meaning. Signed by Sarah. Say, wow.
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 So I think everyone needs to say, I need to connect with Vaiguruji.
I need
I
to connect with
connect with
Waheguru.
Waheguru.
I need a sincere heart and an open mind.
I
I
need
need
a
your
sincere
heart,
heart
open
and
mind.
an open mind.
Hanji, and this will allow me, in fact, allow all of us to have more fulfilling spiritual experiences. Because the next line is the Rahau line we discussed earlier, that Pahire, Ikman
एक
Naam Te
मन
Aaye. So
नाम
Ikman
प्यारे.
means don't just do your religious practices that we do every day with just for the sake of doing the practices, but ikman means focus when you are doing those practices, and naam te aaye. Make sure at the same time, even if you're doing seva in the Gurdwara Sahib, at the same time, while doing seva with your hands, with your mind, Waheguru, Waheguru, if you can do it aloud, then maybe the rest of the ladies and the gentlemen who are washing the pande with us, they will also say
Okay,
Waheguru,
follow
Waheguru, instead of
Waheguru.
gossiping, Flani di ladki Flane de munde naal bhaj gaya. Isn't that what happens all the time? Now that's not called Ikman Naam Te Aaye. So then we do all that service, we spend the time there, we do the seva, but we were still gossiping about the world. We were focusing away from the Lord, and that seva doesn't come to fruition. Fruition is, I don't know whether that's how we say the word. That's why Guruji says, when you come to Santa Sangat Mil Rahe, when you meet the congregation of the holy saints, they will tell you, even when you do seva, Palji, Japo Saptanam, Waheguru,
Waheguru.
Saptanam,
Satnam
Waheguru.
Waheguru.
Isn't that what they do all day long? Isn't that what they
Yes.
are doing? Because that's called Jap Ram Naam Sukh
Ram
Paye. Everybody, Ram Naam Sukh
Nam Sukha
Paye. Jap
Pai,
Ram Naam
Ram
Sukh
Nam Sukha
Paye. Jap
Pai,
Ram Naam
Ram
Sukh
Nam Sukha
Paye. What a
Pai.
beautiful lesson. Now, the next
Yes.
part is more positive because we did some Ram Naam. Guruji says, now you're Gurmukh, Shabash, Shabash. Everyone say Gurmukh.
Gurmukh.
Hanji. So Gurmukh Sada Sohagani. Now
Suhagini.
Sohagani is the soul bride, the pure happy soul bride who Vaiguruji loves. Pir Rakhya Urtar. English please.
The Gurmukh is the happy and pure soul bride forever. She keeps her husband Waheguru and Sharnit within her heart. Shine.
Wonderful, wonderful. So everyone say, I will become a Gurmukh from today.
I will become a Gurmukh from today.
Then I will be the happy and pure soul bride forever.
I will be the happy soul bride forever.
Hanji, why? Because I enshrine Vaiguruji in my heart from now on. Do you see that?
I enshrine Waheguru within my heart. Hanji.
Hanji, so Guruji is saying, do you want to have peace? Do you want happiness? Do you want to be the pure bride? Do you have a sense? Do you want to have a sense of belonging? And if you do, then you have to find a community of Santa Sangat Mil Rahe, which will support you, because in that community, in that connection, you will be surrounded. I'm still on the main line above. Can you see Sangat Sangat
Yes,
Santa
yes.
Sangat Mil Rahe? Because
Yes.
in that community, we will be surrounded by like-minded individuals. They all focus on a raam, naam. Say, now I got it.
Now I got it.
And that is why, yes, I'm very glad all of you told him that don't wait until August. That's 2 months away. Today is just the 2nd or 3rd of June.
Yeah.
Now, if we waste 2 months away, that connection that we created over the last 1 year will be broken. We'll have to restart from scratch again. And I'm glad if we continue over there and rush here after that. It's okay. We get double bonus every week. Say, I love it.
I love it.
Yes, because meditating on the naam, it is the core practice in Sikhism. It will help us to quiet our mind. It will help us to connect with the inner self. That's why Paire, I'm going back to the main line. Ik mana naam te aaye.
Namaste.
Find that spiritual community. Say, I think I found it finally.
I found it finally.
Yes, on Zoom. We didn't find it in the world outside. We found it on Zoom, but is it still okay?
Yes.
Yes, and as we come here, Hanji, you were saying something?
It is a start.
It is a good start because sharing our experiences and learning from everyone here can be a powerful tool for our spiritual growth. Say, I'm ready for that.
I'm ready for that.
Yes, and that's why thank you, David. He just wrote something beautiful. He said, I felt isolated on my spiritual path until I joined Palji and his friends on the Zoom sessions to do these wonderful meditations through chanting the name together and learning the teachings of my Guruji. I found a sense of peace and belonging I never thought was possible. Thank you, Mr. David. That is called Paire Ikamana Naam Te Aaye, because then we become what's called Gurmukh. Then Sada Sohagani will be our status. Say, I got it.
I got it.
I got it. So everyone say, from now on, I connect with this supportive spiritual community.
From now on, I connect with spiritual community.
Okay, so let me do a quick survey. Did anyone find peace in the last 8 days that we have been doing it, or was it not of any use?
Oh, very peaceful, very contented, very happy.
Wow. Please
Yes.
go to all that YouTube links that I share in the comment box. Also write the same thing. Maybe everywhere copy paste in all the 8 YouTube videos because you don't know who is listening to them. And they are also wondering, is it going to be worth my 35 minutes, 38 minutes to listen? And if they do, they see your comment, they will say, oh my God, I think I also better listen. Because look at the next line. Mitha bole, niv chale, seje rave patar. We are talking about now the Gurmukhs, the Sada Sohagans, the one who are loved by Waheguru. Pir Rakhya Urdar, they always have God in their heart and they speak sweetly. Mitha bole. I think Mitha bole is also going to YouTube and Facebook and commenting sweetly. Is that a good idea?
Yes.
And Niv Chala means they're humble. Seje, Rave, Patar. They are the ones that God says, come, come, be with me in bed. Remember the Manmukh, he doesn't even bother about inviting you to the bed. Say, I got it.
I got
I got
it.
it.
English, please. Whose turn?
Her speech is sweet and her way of life is humble. She enjoys the bed of her husband, Waheguru.
And the third line of this paragraph says, Sobhavanti, Sohagani, Jin Gurka Het Pyar. English, please.
The happy and pure soul bride is noble. She has infinite love for Guruji.
Hanji, so this is the second time we are hearing the word Sohagani, which means we will be the happy. Sobhavanti means so noble, so happy, so pure. And Guruji says, you will be blessed, I will be blessed. We will become the Gurmukhs, the Sohaganis. And the reason is we have infinite love for Guruji. Say, yes, we do.
Yes,
Yes,
we
we
do.
do.
Because now we just heard about humility is important, and I think that's a core beautiful concept. We heard about kind speech. She not only has humility, but she speaks kindly. Her words, because our words have power, isn't it? So we can choose to speak with kindness, we can choose to speak with compassion, and then she's open to living the teachings of Waheguru, because oh my God, that's the only way we're going to have happiness. Thank you, Miss Aisha, for sharing for the first time. Miss Aisha just said, before learning about the Gurmukh, my life was filled with negativity. Palji, the teachings on humility and kindness have transformed me. Now I experience a deep inner joy and I have a constant connection with God. Say, wow.
Wow.
Now, is that great? Thank you, Aisha ji, for sharing. So, everyone, maybe we should also cultivate humility, kindness in our words and our actions. Maybe we should align ourselves with the path to Waheguru, and then we will experience joy and connection in the last 8 minutes we have. Everyone say, Pure Pag Satgur Mile Jan Page Ka Udo Hoye. Now, English, please.
By perfect and good fortune, one meets the true Guru when one's destiny is awakened.
So, do we want to awaken our destiny and meet our Guruji with good fortune? I think we do, don't we?
Yes, we all
Because I'm
want.
guaranteeing you, many people feel lost and unsure about the direction in their life. Am I right?
Yes.
Anji.
And many people want to find peace, want to find freedom from that suffering. Because suffering and doubt, Guruji says, antaro, antaro means from within ourselves, dukh param katiye. They will be cut away. Sukh parapat hoye, peace will come. English, please.
Suffering and doubt are cut out from within and peace is obtained.
Yes, so I think this line emphasizes the importance of finding a true Guruji, because my Guruji will be the guide on the path to spiritual awakening, will lead us away from suffering and towards inner peace. So if you know anyone who is suffering in any way, send them that form on what kind of problems you have. Then we will do the kind of prayers from Gurbani and sing the shabads that they need to solve the kind of problems they have. Because the next line says, Gur ke paane jo chale, dukh na paave koi. English, please. Anyone?
One who walks in harmony with Guruji's will shall not suffer in pain.
Anji, so do we ever want to have pain anymore or no more pain in our life, please?
No more pain.
Good. So I think the answer is called following my Guruji's will. Gur ke paane jo chale. Once we find my Guruji, we surrender to his guidance, we surrender to the teachings. Now, this path may not always be easy, but it will lead us to ultimate happiness, joy, and liberation. Say, now I'm ready to walk on this path.
Now I am
Now
ready to walk
ready to
on this
walk on
path.
this.
Hanji, everyone can unmute because we only have about 5 to 7 more minutes. And I read to you what Mr. Michael just wrote. Michael says, I was constantly stressed and unhappy until I met my Guruji here. And through the teachings of my Guruji and the guidance from the University of Sikhism, I've learned to let go of my ego. And now I find peace within. I now walk with confidence, knowing I'm on the right path. Wow, that's a beautiful statement, isn't it? Do we want to walk with confidence, knowing we are on the right path? Anyone?
Yeah,
We don't?
we do. We do.
We do. Today your answers are very slow. Everyone, what's happening? Are we tired of the first session and now the second session? But don't worry, we only have 6 more minutes. And Guruji says, beautifully welcome to the teachings of Gurbani, because Guruji says, I guarantee you will find the path to inner peace and liberation. Everyone say thank you, Guruji.
Thank you, Waheguru.
And with that, I come to the last paragraph, which says, Gur ke paane vich amrit hai, sahje pave koi. Hanji, English, please.
The
The
Amrit.
Amrit. Who's reading?
Hanji.
The ambrosial. Mansi.
Hello, Ji, what happened?
The Amrit, the ambrosial nectar, is in Guruji's will. With intuitive ease, it is obtained.
Hanji, we can get it very easily. We can get it very easily. I think just now Manbirji also unmuted. Please prepare Manbirji to read the next line, because Jina prapat tin piya home vichon khoe. Hanji, Manbirji.
Those who are destined to have it, drink it in. Their egoism is eradicated from within.
Wonderful. Now, how many of us feel inspired that I want to follow the teachings of Sikhi, have this path of Gur Mukh, and I want to piya? Piya means I want to drink that Amrit. Anybody? Nobody? Nobody wants Amrit? Okay, never mind. Let's end early today.
No, you need to think about it.
Oh, you need to think
Not
about it.
ready
I'm
yet.
wondering, why is there such a silence?
Not ready yet.
Oh, not ready yet. Today's lesson is very funny. Everybody is having delayed effect. What's happening? Oh my God. So you're thinking about it. Gur ke
Yeah.
paane which Amrit hai. So you're thinking about whether you want to have the Amrit or not yet. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Are you thinking about that?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, no worries. We will not rush you. Whenever you're ready, just whenever you're ready, just remember, Amrit is found in the Gurke Pane. When we follow the teachings, when we have the Amrit Sahaje Pave Koe, we will obtain it very easily when we make up our mind, because we are thinking about it. And Guruji says, Jina Prapat Tin Piya. Those who are blessed with this Amrit, those who are destined to drink this Amrit, they will drink this in. And the Amrit is also not the Panch Pyare Amrit only, but the Naam Amrit, the Amrit Bani that we come here and drink every day. Are you okay with drinking this Naam Amrit and the Amrit Bani at least? If not the Amrit from the Panch Pyare yet, are you ready for the Naam Amrit, everyone?
Always.
Yes.
Always. Okay, this was a faster answer. Thank you, Ji. So I'm glad Auntie Jessie Ji was reading the first line about the Amrit is in the will of the Guruji, and then Auntie Manbir Kaur Ji told us that those who are destined, they will drink it in. And Auntie, I think Sajid Kaur Ji, would you like to read the English of the last line first, and then we will read the Punjabi? Tantan Sri Guru
Oh,
Nanak Dev
Nanak.
Ji says what? The Gurmukh?
The Gurmukh meditates on the Naam and is united with the true Guruji.
Hanji, with the true Waheguru we will be reunited because you've been separated. So everyone say, don't worry. I'm still thinking about the Amrit from the Panj Pyare. That's why the delay today in answers. But it's okay. Can you please focus on screen? We only have 3 minutes. Everyone say, I also learn that the Amrit is also the Naam. Because in the last line, Guruji says, Gurmukh Naam te aye. And in the Rahaau Pankti, it was also saying, Paire, Ikmana Naam te aye. And in the main line that we are discussing, Santan Sangat mil rahe, Jap Raam Naam Sukh paye. So the focus is on Naam Amrit. Is that okay, everyone? Are you ready to drink it today?
Yes,
Yes, I
always.
have already taken
Ah,
Amrit.
okay, then we
I've
have already
already
taken the
taken
Naam
Amrit.
Amrit. So come on, rejoice, be happy. Because say, I am
Yes,
now a Gurmukh. Because I Naam te yes. Say yes.
Yes.
yes,
So
Naam
don't
te
ever think twice when Palji asks a question. Don't worry. Don't be shy. Just say yes first. If you're not sure, also Guruji will help us to drink the Naam Amrit. And one day the Amrit from the Panch Pyare will also come. And then one day we will be singing the Bani, which is also Amrit Bani Har Har Teri Sun Sun Hove Paramgat Meri. Paramgat Meri means we'll reach that liberation, that emancipation, that higher state of nirvana, the oneness with Lord, and we'll never have to come back. So let's sing